Okay, coastal cottage Christmas dreams here. We have toured, Tracy, of TMKF Homes home before, but it was everyday style. And I anticipated an amazing Christmas. I knew it was going to be awesome. But I am impressed beyond my expectations.
Oh, you're sweet.
Yeah. So good, so creative. And a lot of times it's hard to do an all-neutral Christmas and have it make a huge impact. You've done it. So that's what you're going to see today. We're going to show the details. Tour this home. You do have a few updates, you know. So it's going to be a good tour. Let's start in tree area. You're greeted by this amazing tree. Have you had this?
I used to only have vintage ornaments. I still have them in other places in the house because I still love my vintage ornaments. But a couple years ago, I just decided to kind of update it. And so I just started buying ornaments and taking some of the stuff that I had that was just stuff that you pluck in and just, so I've just added on, and this is where we're at.
It's so beautiful. I love the earthy, natural elements that you brought into it, which of course goes with a lot of your home, has so much element of, you know, the ocean and the sea and all the shells and things that we love so much. And then we've talked about it last time, you have a great source for vintage rugs. So when you walk in also, you've got this great vintage rug in here, and the entry is just so welcoming.
So good. So on the tree, do you call those garlands like the ones that are the gold? Like,
Yeah.
These?
So these are ones that twine around.
Yeah.
And then these are ones you just pluck in. So
Christmas trees are so funny because I always when I was doing mine, I was watching a lot of tutorial videos.
Yeah.
But I feel like the ones that I'm most impressed with look like you just like threw it on there.
that's what I do. I'm not good at I can look at those tutorials and I could never do it. I just and last year, you know, I had put ornaments on and then I added these. I did start with these this year, but last year I just threw them on. You know, so I'm very haphazard about stuff like that.
And you said it only takes a day?
Yeah.
For your Christmas? I'm a day Christmas girl too. You're a couple days. And Shelby's like, wouldn't you like to just take your time? And I said, no, I would not. I would like to get it up and get it out. And then I can come back and zhuzh a little bit.
Yeah,
you know?
I tweak. And I take a day to get out all the Christmas stuff and then a different day to do the tree. But it only takes me a morning to do the tree.
Yeah. And you go all the way around.
Yeah, I do.
That's great.
Because it's in the entry and there's a mirror where you can see the back of it.
Yeah, we're like perpetual only the front.
Yeah.
Shove it in a corner, do the front, voila.
Yeah, there's a little tree in the other room and don't look at the back of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I would love to know in the comments, are you only the front of your tree or front, back, all the way around, overachiever? Like this situation. Okay, what do you call that? Your formal living, sitting?
I call it our sitting room, but I don't know. I call it could be a parlor because I'm sure that's what it was before.
Yeah.
It could be a wine room.
Yeah.
You know, it's just an all-purpose room for us.
And you use it.
Yeah.
You actually dine in there and you have, you know, when you have family, you hang out. Yeah, it's great.
Because your home is historic. What year was
Yes.
it?
1876.
1876. That's wild to even fathom what this would look like
I know.
during that time period.
I know.
Yeah.
But a lot of times in older homes, we see that they're boxed off and rooms are closed. This flows really great. And it is nice that you have your main living room and the sitting area and they flow together. The home was old, but much is new. But you're great at repurposing and bringing things, giving them a new life. This is a new piece?
So to be honest, I had bought this a really long time ago and I was going to use it for a bathroom redo. And then Rodney put it in the attic and I kept saying, where is it? And he's like, I don't know. So we were in the middle of doing this bathroom and I went up into the attic and I found it. And he's like a yes guy, but he was like, no, we're not gonna switch that and we need storage and blah, 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 blah. So I started looking around the house and this was basically the only place in the house where it would work. And I told him, I think that piece of marble that we took out of the fireplace that we took out, that's original Victorian marble to the house, we just had it laying in the carport. I said, I think that will fit. And it was like a perfect fit.
Well, and what's crazy is it literally is exactly what you needed for this wall.
Yeah.
As far as scale, it's like perfect. And then these two little stools underneath of it, it's just so beautiful but functional.
But it's neat. We always wanted to bring it back in somehow. We thought it might be outside, like if we did an outdoor bathroom or something. But it was just, and it all happened that night that he got home, and I said, and we did it. Yeah.
So it's worth saving and holding on to things and waiting for the perfect use to come up, because y'all do a lot yourselves. Your husband is very handy.
Yes.
And so y'all just redid the bathroom and you didn't know what you were going to need.
Yeah.
But
very good.
Because I did not even, I think because it looks like it should have always been here.
Yeah, I said, that's new. Shelby said, no, that's been there.
So good. I could not believe that this
And it's in such good condition.
Good.
Sometimes I see them at sales, and, you know, it wouldn't bother me if it had, but it's in such good condition.
perfect. Okay, well, let's go to your sitting area right here and check that out. Nothing makes your home feel extra cozy more than an amazing scent. This is why I always have a diffuser going in my home, and why I'm very excited to share today's tour sponsor, who is InnoGear. So thank you, InnoGear, for sponsoring today's tour. This diffuser is so pretty. So my friend Stephanie of Blooming Ivy Lane, she taught me this hack to cover your diffusers with baskets. Really cute. But then when I got this one, I was like, no, display. It has a ceramic and wood look, so it gives that like modern organic feel that everyone's into. Kind of feels like a vase with the shape that it has. It also is super quiet. So you're not gonna get distracted whether you have it on at night or during the day. It has 7 LED light settings. So if you wanted to use it as a nightlight, you could. You just swap those light choices out with the button to the left, and then to the right you can use diffuser settings. So if you want it on low or high, I like mine on high. Especially during this season, I want my home to smell especially festive, so I like peppermint going. Sometimes I like to mix oils. I love rosemary and lavender. So lots of fun things to make your home smell amazing, look amazing. And the best thing about this is it's an amazing gift idea. I don't know if you guys have people in your life that you don't know what to buy for. I do. My mother. If you have ideas, that's what I need. I actually am thinking about getting her this diffuser and making a little gift basket with it. Some of her favorite essential oils. I think she's going to love that. People that are hard to shop for, that are homebodies, love entertaining, love their home. This is a great gift. So the link to the InnoGear diffuser is in the description down below. Make sure that you go check it out. Thank you so much for supporting our channel, and thank you InnoGear for sponsoring. Now back to the tour, guys. Okay, so you shared in the last tour that this is kind of a multi-purpose room. It gets a lot of use, a lot of different ways. You really have like your main living area, and then this is like your hangout spot. Has the fireplace, and we see your cute, sweet little stockings, and everyone's got their own name on them.
Did you embroider those?
Yeah, right. Took them to the 1 hour guy at the mall.
Yeah, they're so cute.
And I have one waiting over there to be monogrammed on December 18th. Yay! So yeah.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
That's so good. And you use this for your small groups and hosting your family. And so even though it would be a parlor from days gone by, this is a much loved, well lived in room. But the last time we were here, it was much darker because you had just a basket lamp that you said it was really neat, but it only had one bulb. And now you have this fabulous chandelier
with 24 bulbs.
All right. Big difference. So it is bright and beautiful. Where is this from?
So I got it from Jamie Young.
Okay.
Yeah.
So good.
I love all their stuff. All their stuff is so coastal. I didn't have a problem finding one from her. So,
It's the right
Yeah.
size. It's perfect. I love it.
So last time you did mention, we do a lot of home tours, so you
Yeah,
can interrupt
yeah.
me if I'm wrong, but this was at one point your dining room, right?
So it was not, but when we purchased the house, they had it as their dining room.
Yeah.
We had that as our dining room.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think my lesson learned, I know this isn't Christmas, but it's always helpful to take some tidbits.
Yeah.
Is number one, basket lights and beaded lights. I think anything that can catch on fire,
Yeah.
they can only have like one
Yeah.
bulb. They
Yeah.
do not produce enough light.
Yeah.
So make
Right.
sure you have a lot of cans if you're doing that.
I stayed away from looking at the beaded lights when
good
I was
job.
looking because I knew.
You're
Yeah.
not going to do it.
Yes.
And then the next thing is there's no rules on what you need to make your home flow and function. And I love that you've just decided what is most functional for you. But,
Yeah.
And it's little dining
Yeah.
area. So cute.
So this seats 6. I've told y'all before that this is where Rodney works. But like Sunday night, we had our home group Thanksgiving potluck. So we put up a table here
Yeah.
and just moved
That's
this.
great.
So
You can
Yeah.
do whatever
Yeah.
you need to do. And that's
So neat. Anything
Yeah.
else new in this room?
I got the mirror at the same time from Jamie Young too. So yeah,
pretty.
And I love it.
there was a TV
Yes.
prior.
Yes.
And was
Yeah.
it used really?
It wasn't used. It wasn't used. We really thought it would be, and it wasn't. And I was scared to ask Rodney to take it down.
Yeah.
Because he does work in here, and you know,
you never
there's
know.
sports updates during the day and stuff. And he just immediately said, "Yeah, I agree. We don't use it."
Yeah.
So we took it down. And it just, you know, not having a big black box when you walk into the house is great.
So good.
It's really pretty.
Okay, so I'm itching to get to your kitchen because
Okay.
it is. I don't like to play favorites.
Itching
but
for the kitchen.
Itching for the kitchen. It's my favorite room in your
Okay.
house, for sure. I already know. I knew that you were going to do something fun in here, but kitchens are hard because
Yeah.
a lot of times we see people just decorate with food. You've done more than that, for sure. So you have styled your shelves really well. You have the sweetest banner, and then you have the bottle brush trees. Will you keep this out all season?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Because you could still, like Rodney and I've still sat and ate there. I just don't have my placemats I usually have there. But
Yeah.
yeah.
You haven't
Yeah.
taken any function at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
I do love that it feels even more coastal
Yes.
than it did. I was noticing
Yes.
little details I wasn't before, like the toothpicks with the seashells on top.
Oh.
So cute. Everything's just so tastefully done and so beautiful. I love how you dressed the hood. Thank you for that word. And just a pale pink velvet ribbon. It's so pretty and it's so timeless. But as we say when we come to Tracy's, she is so warm and so gracious, and her gift is hospitality. And so she remembered us because the last time we came, she did a charcuterie, and she has these Trader Joe pickles.
So
Nope,
good.
we're not getting paid for this
Everybody
advertisement.
to run to Trader Joe's.
Get these pickles.
Trader Joe peppercorn pickles.
Peppercorn pickles. But
This is not an ad for
not
Trader
an ad
Joe's.
for Trader Joe's, but she remembered how much we love them, and so she did another charcuterie with Trader Joe's pickles. But you also, you know, you pick up flowers from there.
Yeah.
And that's something that we tell people all the time. If you really want to, you know, kind of dress things up, to get store-bought flowers and just make your own arrangements. And so it's just, the whole thing is stunning.
So when
Thank
you
you.
did Christmas in here, were most of your pieces new, or have you been collecting over time in here?
So pretty much everything in the house. There's sprinkles of new and a lot that I've collected over time, like I've had for 25 years. So like the Merry Christmas banner, I have banners that say everything under the sun that I used to put up when I had like iron beds and stuff in the old house. The Merry Christmas banner is the only one that I've continued to use since we've lived here, and I always put it there.
Well, I'm not sure how you kept your Merry Christmas, because I had that Merry Christmas banner and mine just got destroyed somehow. So
She's probably better at Christmas stories than
yeah, probably. She probably.
I literally have pieces of furniture that are just for storing Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've gotten a little bit more strategic with,
Yes.
with
Yes.
bags for the trees and labeling boxes. But last year was the first time we
really got serious about
Yeah,
it.
organizing
Yes.
it. Yeah.
So it can get out of hand.
Yeah.
Your coffee bar. I mean, Christmas is like for warm, cozy beverages. You have, Santa mug and things like that.
Yeah, just simple. I mean, it took me obviously boom, 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 boom.
So sweet.
4 things I just plopped down. So having things like that can make it super easy.
Yeah.
Because I'd hate to say that I styled the coffee bar. I just literally went boom, boom, boom.
But
boom.
you did.
You did.
It's
With
style.
4 things.
Yeah.
But that's how much impact 4 things being
Mm-hmm.
styled
Yeah.
can make.
Yeah.
The first day I walked in, I was like, ooh, that makes me want a cup of coffee. It's
Yeah.
just cute and
Yeah.
sweet and seasonal.
Mm-hmm.
So, anything else about the kitchen that Mom was admiring your plant? What is that?
So it is literally a coconut tree.
Coconut tree, yes.
Yes. So I was at North Park with my grandchildren. I saw that they had this big display. You know how they have those beautiful garden displays? They had like all of those. And I took a picture and I told Rodney, I have to have one of these. And he was like, well, we can't keep it alive out by the pool, because he was thinking since it was tropical. And I was like, I can keep it inside. So
Yeah.
I went to North Haven, got a pot, and he ordered it. And
Well, there's all those bulbs that
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
have out for
Yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah.
So typically they're not coconut trees.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but-
Ron actually grew a fig tree in a coconut shell.
Oh, okay.
He started it in a
Yeah,
coconut. You can
that's
start
cool.
anything in a
Yeah.
coconut shell.
that's cool.
And it's
So,
a look.
Yeah.
And it
yeah.
definitely goes with the coastal.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah,
So-
it's definitely not Christmassy, but I got
I
it a
think-
couple months ago and I love it.
Well, it actually looks like the beginning of a paperwhite.
Okay,
So
yeah.
I actually, when I first walked in and saw it, I thought it was a paperwhite.
Yeah,
So.
like the most glorious.
The most
large-
glorious, ginormous paperwhite I've ever seen in my life.
That's really what I was trying to get at. Like, tell them what your Christmas plant is.
It's a coconut tree.
Yeah, that's so
That's
funny.
great.
Okay, anything else before we move to the living?
Well, I mean, I will say that these white candy canes, like my mom and sister and I are obsessed with white candy canes, and we used to always put them on our tree. And my sister has a friend that owns a candy shop in Vermont. She made them make her some white ones, and so I have them
Wow.
displayed. And I'm hoping in the home tour no one tries to pick one up and
eat
eat it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's
Isn't that fun?
decor.
Yeah, it's decor for sure.
sure.
Like those over in the Santa Meg are like 20 years old that it used to be on my tree. So nobody better try to eat them.
Okay.
Michelle Howell from Vintage Home.
That's right.
She gets her like beige candy canes from the dollar store, and she's like, some of them are literally like over a decade old.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm really glad you told me, because I really would be the person that went over there and popped one.
One time off the tree, I did have a little kid, a little neighbor kid came and tried to eat it, but
They survived. So good. So can people get the white candy canes from that candy store?
actually, I was at my nephew's wedding and I told them that I was going to do the home tour and that I'd be happy to promote them, and they asked me not to. They said they're so hard.
Okay.
They're so hard. But the dollar store sells them.
So they're the
beige.
thinner ones, not
Okay.
the big ones. They're
Okay.
like the beige ones.
Yeah.
So
They're
if you're-
beige and white.
Yeah, and they
Okay.
are this. They got the vibe. So
Yeah.
you should. I know you're gonna run to the dollar store right after this.
I'm so OCD. I am definitely going to go into the dollar
You're
store.
like, I can't get it out of my head.
Yeah.
But no, it's really cute, and it like Michelle, similar to you, all vintage.
Yeah.
Are all neutral.
Yeah.
And so it's hard to find
Yeah.
things that
Yeah.
are red and
Yeah.
green.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nothing
Yes.
wrong with the color, but
Yeah. Right.
Oh, I'm crying because I literally did think, wow, look
I
at
literally
this. She's
did
got-
say, do you want me to tell them about my kids? And they were like, no.
That's hilarious.
so funny. I wonder why they're harder to make.
Um,
They are so cute.
yeah.
So cute.
So cute. Well,
awesome.
If I find anything other than the dollar store, I will link it because that is definitely a vibe that
Yeah.
I
For
would
sure.
like to. And just store your candy over years and years. You stored cocoa bombs. Like,
Yes, I
it was-
did. They didn't really last that well, but I did.
So you can
Yeah.
food can be decorative as well.
Yeah.
There you go.
And candy doesn't mold
Yeah.
really.
Those
so.
are, I mean, it's the last of them because they break.
Yeah.
So, but those I've had for 20 years.
Okay, so I don't know if you want to include this, but this is like a sidebar. But there was a show, I can't remember if it was an old Seinfeld show, where she ate a piece of like 120-year-old vintage cake.
Cake? Mom's a big Seinfeld girl.
Anyway, I'm gonna go look that up.
Oh. Okay, I think that's a good transition to the living room.
All right, let's go.
This is, to me, I love when I walked in, the vignettes on the shelves and the small details make a huge impact in this room. Do you have tips to accomplish this?
Well, I mean, quite honestly, again, it was kind of a plop, plop, plop. I have those trees and I have those little houses, and I know that that's where they're going to go.
Yeah.
So literally, it's me getting a ladder and going plop, 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 and just maybe moving one or two. Clearly, I didn't take out a lot of my decor. I just plopped it in and maybe moved a little bit of decor. So it's just a plop. Having it,
Yeah.
knowing where it's going to go, and then plopping it in.
I think the lights are what really make it magical.
Yes.
Yeah, we do like doing those lights.
Where do you get those?
So I used to get them at Mary Kate's down in Dallas. They have the best Christmas stuff, and I always go every year and buy at least one thing. But I used to get them there, and they sell them by a bunch. As I've added onto them, they have them at home. Okay. I will say that get the warm white, because I made the mistake of getting the bright white, and they were real blue. Yeah. So Rodney had to go back and return them for me.
And those little houses, you can still pick them up at like Home Goods or at home TJ Maxx.
They're a little bit harder to find
Are they?
now than they used to be. Okay. I have had them like from stores in downtown McKinney and stuff over the years, but now I really don't see them as much.
No.
Yeah.
I saw a cute set at Target, but it was early in the season last year. So I think you got it. Some of that stuff, you got to get in.
Yeah.
It might be early enough.
Oh,
now,
yeah. If you can find it at Target, that's good.
Yes. But you never know. it's kind of one of those hit or miss. Okay, this mantle over here, more bottle brush trees, and the
and two stockings that are just for decor.
Well, okay, so we have this ongoing joke in our family. Mom has like stockings she hands out at Christmas, filled with stuff. Yeah. And then she has decorative stockings.
Because you don't want to take them off the mantle or you'll ruin your vibe.
Once we have Christmas, I rip all this stuff apart so quick the day after Christmas. So it doesn't matter to me if the stockings are...
I go through the new year.
I
go through the new year. But then I'm done. Yeah. Because I put it up October 31st. Yeah. So I'm ready to have it over too. Yeah.
But she has her two sets. You also maybe accidentally have your decorative ones and then your useful ones, which is so cute. This garland looks really real. Where'd you get that? Do you know?
So I think I got it at My Favorite Room last year.
Yeah. I think we're going there right after.
Oh, yeah, I was going to ask y'all. Yeah, because I told them I'd come today.
So
good. Yeah. Oh, we'll just make a little date.
Yes.
All right.
And then you also have a smaller tree in this room, which I love the little pampas grass stems. Did you cut those from something or did you buy those?
I bought those the way they are, and then it's got a sprinkling of my vintage ornaments on it.
Oh, so good. Okay. So then, of course, like ornaments thrown throughout. Is there any other features in the living that you would like to?
I mean, talk about easy. Those jars have been decorated for like 20 years. It's got snow and marshmallows in it that have been in it for like 20 years. And I just pulled them out of the closet. And
so don't eat that.
Don't eat the marshmallows.
They're probably now petrified.
They're petrified.
Oh yeah.
Probably.
Oh yeah.
But I think
they're in the bottom.
That's so funny because I was over at a friend's house yesterday. Mom and I were helping her style, and we were buying like fake ice cubes, fake cranberries, fake. Yeah. And I was like, you don't have to undo this after the season is over. Yeah.
Right.
And so it's true. Those jars I just have in the closet, and I just
plop them out. Yeah, awesome. Do you feel like you're on vacation all the time in this home?
Honestly,
I would.
Honestly, we do love our home.
It is just a place that when we go to the beach, this is what I look for. I mean, you don't find this, of course, but something that makes you feel just engulfed by the ocean and the beach and all
but
things
it's not too
coastal.
kitschy. Like
No.
sometimes coastal can feel like you're trying too hard to
Yeah.
make it feel that way, and you've just like brought in the warmth and the elements, the cozy, the texture, all of that.
Thank
to
you.
Make it.
Well, I think because too, it's a mix of cottage as well. Would you say?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
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 Okay.
Love it.
So I think it's time. Does your primary have any Christmas? Okay.
Uh-huh.
And
That's
then,
where I have most of my vintage ornaments,
Oh, okay.
except for in the baskets and stuff.
And then I see wreaths on your casita.
Yes.
Do you have anything in there?
We have a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, so there's more tour to be had. I love bedroom Christmas because that feeling like waking up in the morning and you see those Christmas touches. You've done a good job at keeping it minimal but impactful.
Thank you.
What's your favorite Christmas in this room?
It's definitely the little live tree with my vintage ornaments because I've collected those over the years and I love them.
I was going to ask if it's live or
It is live. It is live. So there's, dirt.
dirt.
That's why there's moss covering the dirt.
So are you going to plant it after?
We are.
Where are you going to plant it?
I think out here is where Rodney
Sick.
said
Okay.
he was going to plant it.
That is
So-
so fun.
The two by the front door, we're going to plant too. We actually lost some of those evergreens this year. And so Rodney always does like a Christmas tree by the front door. And so I said, well, let's just get the evergreens that we need to replace and then we can plant them after. So
Okay, that's genius.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
you're making an investment that you're not throwing away.
Right.
So good.
Along with all the food.
But we keep the food in.
yeah.
Every time I come in this room, I feel like, okay, this is my favorite. But then I go in another room and it's also my favorite. But I do believe this is my favorite.
Oh,
this room.
Yeah.
And the wall color is, again, do you remember?
Yes. So it's Benjamin Moore Wickham Gray.
Wickham gray. And it has like a blue
Yeah.
hue.
It definitely goes blue.
Uh-huh.
So
So good.
this was the patio, right? Before.
Yeah, so it was an old back porch, but when the people that we bought it from renovated it, this was one of those ugly kitchen family rooms that they add on to old houses.
Yeah.
That, but once upon a time, it was, the original hand-carved newel posts and the beadboard. It was
good.
It was
And
definitely a back porch.
Yeah, adds character and function to divide your desk area
Yeah.
with. Okay, so Mom's favorite Christmas saying. Do you know what it is? Throw a wreath on it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you just have little areas like the mirrors by your nightstand, and then the mirror when you
Yeah.
walk in, you throw a wreath on
Yes,
it.
and those are things that I've had. That's wisteria, old,
Yeah. Now that we have been like purging some Christmas, it's making me everything. You're like, I've had this for years and years and years. So Mom, did we make a mistake? We made a mistake. So good. Okay, so then you've done a little bit on your dresser.
Yeah.
And then do you have in your bathroom?
I do just a few little trees and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, cute. And then in the coral, the ornaments.
Yeah,
That-
some
you need
vintage ornaments.
Do that in your hutch.
I know. I need to do that in my hutch. But what I was going to ask you is that coral in the big coral, is that real coral?
Which one?
In the pot on the,
In the middle.
we don't have
In
to
the
talk about it
bathroom?
on.
Oh yeah, that's sponge coral.
No, I don't know about
Yeah.
sponge coral. See, so Tracy's been my gal pal to go to
Yeah.
for tips and tricks on
Yeah.
getting coral. And I went over and I touched it. I know you're not supposed
Yeah.
to touch coral, but I
don't
did.
care.
Or eat. But I just was like, that looks soft, and it is soft. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sponge coral.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
every time we go to a tour, Mom and I both have something that we want to tweak or do or whatever. Like I'm going home and I'm buying a live tree. That's my takeaway for Christmas. But every time we come to your house,
I buy coral.
Mom goes, yeah, wild with the coastal.
More coral.
So that's so fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so we talked about outdoor. We don't have to go out there, but your casita, you did some
Yeah.
fluffs.
Yeah.
And what else is in there?
So we just put, again, little trees, little tiny trees, a little bit of lights, and then Rodney got a real Christmas tree and put lights on it.
People are going to love your outdoor, just
Rodney-
even envisioning during the summer.
Yeah, Rodney actually did take it upon himself to order a little tree online. This morning he said, before the home tour, we need to decorate my Charlie Brown tree. Oh. So he has a little tree out there that was kind of a mistake.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
But I guess he spent $50 on it, so he still wants to use it. So it's in the casita, and we call it his Charlie Brown tree.
That's
I did hand him a few little things and said, you could put these on it. So I don't know if he did or not.
Okay,
we'll
so
be
that'll
able
be
to see when,
Yeah.
a surprise when we go out
Surprise.
there.
Yeah, I think it's good to have. We have a friend that has a tree that she couldn't afford anything, so she went to Walmart, bought the cheapest tree. I mean, and the everything's like flaking off, horrible shape. And she calls it her Charlie Brown tree, but she's also like, it just is remembering a memory.
Yeah.
And so she puts like all her kids' ornaments on
Yeah.
there or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think it's okay to make mistakes. Online ordering is hard.
It
You
is.
never know what you're gonna
Yeah.
get.
If you don't read,
Yeah.
which I've done with
Oh,
big
yeah.
things before,
yeah.
with big things. I'm not saying that he made a
yeah.
mistake that I haven't made, but
Oh,
yeah, if you just go visually, it's like,
You can't
yeah,
trust. You can't trust it.
uh-uh.
Okay, and your front patio. I mean, when you pull up to this home, you know you want to go in. Like we're very thankful that we can ask people, random strangers that become friends, can we come in your house?
Yeah.
But your house, when you pull up, you're like,
Yeah. So if y'all don't know, I mean, we did say this home is old and it is in the area of downtown McKinney. McKinney, Texas is this wonderful, glorious, just precious community. And so one thing you were telling us when we pulled up is a tradition of downtown McKinney is to do a big tacky turkey, a big
Yes.
blow up turkey.
Yes.
Everyone's doing them because what happened?
The way I understand the story is that someone on Church Street punked their neighbor and put a big turkey in their yard.
Okay.
And then it just kind of caught on. And so
Yeah.
all of Church Street had turkeys. And I think the rest of the neighborhood got kind of jealous of Church Street. So we all started doing them too.
That's
So
so fun.
good.
So we waited till they popped up everywhere, but
Before you
Yeah.
put
and
your-
then
Yeah.
everyone will take them down after Thanksgiving.
yes, yeah. So we've got our house decked out for Christmas and then our big turkey.
Yes.
great.
Yeah. When I pulled up, I knew there had to be a story behind that because I was like,
Yeah.
that is not your style.
Yeah.
But honestly, because everyone's homes are so beautiful, I'm not a fan of inflatables. But it wasn't taken away.
No,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
a sweet tradition. And
Yeah.
now we need one for our town.
No, we need to. I think we've got to punk somebody.
We-
We've got to
but-
start by pulling a prank.
But we
Yeah.
can't do a turkey because that's their
Too late.
signature. It's too late. for
No,
that.
actually, I mean, I've seen it elsewhere now.
It's
Okay.
picking up across the
Well,
country.
maybe we do something Christmas.
I was thinking a
Yeah.
snowman, but we don't.
We don't have snow.
No.
My daughter has the big Santa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And I was at home with my granddaughter and I was sending pictures to my son-in-law. You need to buy this one and this one. They have a ton
Okay.
at home. You could get a
Okay.
big Santa.
Okay. So comment down below who you think we should prank. There's a lot. I mean, anybody that we've toured. I think we could do a little series with that. We're close to everybody, and then what the inflatable should be.
The tackier, the better.
The
Yeah,
tackier,
yeah.
the better.
Just not my house.
No, well,
I already have the
Yeah,
turkey.
you got the
I don't want to hog
Double
the.
up.
I don't want to hog the tacky.
right?
Okay, you're asking for it now. So good. Okay, so I think that concludes our tour. Are we gonna? We're gonna go to my favorite room to go take a. You know, we always got to go shopping when you're in McKinney. It's the best shopping.
And food.
Really
Yeah.
loves everything.
But they're having their open house today, so yeah.
It's gonna be good.
So exciting.
Okay, so if you want to follow Tracy, she has lots of inspiration. She makes lots of updates. Her husband Rodney is really talented at making
think
your
so.
vision come to life, and clearly
Yes.
he has great taste as
Yeah.
well. So she shares those. So make sure you follow her on Instagram, TMKF Home. I can't believe I haven't messed that up this time.
Yeah, good job.
And so make sure you follow her on Instagram. We are going to do more Christmas. We have a Decorate With Us video. So if that has already been published. That will be right here. And if not, we have a whole Christmas playlist that will also be right here. Close us out, Mom.
Yeah, like, subscribe, share with your friends. It's Christmas Palooza time. We're just getting started. Thank you for letting us come and be our first tour.
Yes.
Yes.
Woohoo!
We loved it. It was so great. And I'm going to
go home and coastify on Christmas.
Yes, coastify Christmas. All right. Bye, guys.